there it is. Ooh. I kind of want to attempt it. To be honest, I really kind of do. So we got to find a fast travel point close to here. There might be like a few like a few bosses you might want to keep doing over and over again. This for some good stuff though, but like, yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Anyway. Hey, come on. There we go. Okay. Anything cool around this edge of water? No, not really. There's some lore stuff, but I don't really care about that right now. All I care about is getting my pals all fully done up and ready to go for fights. Like this Rayhound. No, I'm kidding. I don't think Rayhound will ever be useful in a fight, to be honest. Actually, maybe. I just need it to be higher level, I think, for the most part. I think that'll be most of the carry right now, is just the level part. Should I just... Oops. So I just kind of just try and get up this mountain, and then kind of just go around up there. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, let's go. I know for a fact I'm going to burn myself out. I'm going to be, like, so tired after this. It's pretty much what happens here. This kind of just reminds me of how I used to play Oblivion. I used to burn myself out every single day by playing like Oblivion for hours. The same thing happened with, I think, Minecraft at first too. Was like I used to play for hours and hours and hours. There would even be days where I would never sleep because I would just be playing Minecraft for too long. That was weird. Anyway. Okay. Huh. Cool. Cool story, bro. Anyway. Uh-oh. Wait, I only jumped once. Why couldn't I do the double jump? Is it just because I was falling and not actually being able to jump? No, 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 no. Okay, good. I wonder if the wet status condition actually does anything. That's so cool. It does an instant snap, though. No, 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 no. Okay, come on, quickly, quickly now. Come on, Rayhound. Rayhound, you can do it! Rayhound! Yeah! Okay, how bad is the map now? Oh my god, we're barely even denting it right now. What is going on with this map, bro? Jeez, man. We're barely making a dent in it. I mean, this is kind of like how I do it with a lot of the other like games that have maps similar to this, though, too. Is like I try to explore the entire map. Like, I try to get the border so I know what the area is, and then I kind of go around it. If it has, like, a fog of war like this. If not, then no. Oh, I thought that was a different pal. I was like, whoa, that's pretty cool. But no, it's not. Just Greyhounds. Alright. I don't know what you guys have. What? I picked up the pal soul. I didn't want to get off, Rayhound. Jeez. Okay, there's nothing really over here, though. To be honest. Are those the only two bosses that are here? Can I search up bosses, maybe? Are they called Alpha Pals? They are called Alpha Pals. Alright. There's nothing really over here, to be honest. Very sad. The filter just changes. It just turns into a little. It just turns a little bit grayer. Very cool game. Very cool. Yeah, it's just that. Okay. Yeah, so there's really not really any alphas over here, or whatever you want to call those bosses, pretty much. That's pretty sad. Although I will say, though, that, like, I have watched one person who, I don't want to say primarily does Pokemon content, but, like, does, like, a decent number of Pokemon content. He does, like, a lot of other stuff, though, but he does do Pokemon content, pretty much. And the one thing that I hate about him playing Palworld is that he keeps making, like the same kind of thing, though, that everybody else kind of does, though, but he says it blatantly outright every single time. That, like, this is copying, like, Pokemon. Like, I can understand why you would think that, though, but, like, you gotta understand, though, that Pokemon had to have inspiration from different things as well. So it's like, they could have literally just grabbed the description of, like, whatever, like, inspired different Pokemon. So, like, let's say they find out, like, what inspired them to make the Pokemon, let's say, Luxray. Or actually, in this case, we'll say, Thievul and Boltund. And they sort of just said, you know what? These two would look kind of cool if they were, like, both combined into the same kind of, like, you know, like, the same kind of, like, animal kind of thing. I mean, the face kind of looks like a Thievul kind of thing, and then the whole, like, sort of, the whole spark everywhere kind of thing just reminds me of Boltund. But yeah, like, they could have just literally just looked up the descriptions of it. I mean, Bulbapedia outright explains the origins of, like, what made them think of these Pokemon kind of thing. Or what they think is what inspired them to make these Pokemon models. So it's like, is it that hard for them to just say that, like, they just looked at that? Like, I understand it's easier just to say, oh yeah, they took an AI generator and just went into town on all the Pokemon that are out there. It's like, yes, I understand. It's easier to say that. But that's not, but is that exactly what happened? We don't know. I just hate that. That's literally where everybody went. Is like, oh, they copied Pokemon. It's like, how? And I think it was like a few days ago or whatever, like, Nintendo was going after Palworld. It's like, okay, you guys have literally, like, maybe little ground to go on. Like, what are you doing? Like, there's literally nothing here that, like, is resembling Pokemon. Because if Pokemon really wanted to go against the, if they really wanted to go against a thing that was, like, closely related to them, they could have went after Temtem. But I find it's weird, though, because it's the same situation of what happened with Pokemon Uranium. Because even though, like, Pokemon Insurgents, Pokemon, I think it was Pokemon Reborn, I think was another one that was really huge, though, they didn't get hit with it. But Pokemon Uranium, a new game that got a lot of attention really quick because the person put a lot of time and effort into a game. They put I think it was like, what did the article say? I think it was like 9 years of their life into the game. Then all of a sudden, a week later, bam, Nintendo hits them. It's like, excuse me? What? Like, you're gonna be that petty for that kind of nonsense? And even here, it's like, okay, like, you guys are just screaming at the wall and hoping it works. Like, they're literally, like, they're actually throwing, like, spaghetti at the wall and hoping it sticks. That's literally what they're doing. And I understand, though, that for Pokemon Essential games in general, they don't have the copyright for it, though. But all that they do for the original Pokemon is just to fill out the Pokedex. That's pretty much what, like, Game Freak does in the first place. Instead of making, 200 or so Pokemon kind of thing, they'd rather just grab the old ones and say, here we go, here's the Pokedex now. It has 400 Pokemon. It's like 300 are reoccurring from, like, other games. Like, yeah, but there's 400 Pokemon to catch. And the same idea goes with, like, for all the Pokemon Essential games. A lot of them tend to just use their normal Pokemon, though, because it's not because, like, they don't want to use Fakemon or anything like that, or whatever you want to call them. It's just that they prefer, like, building the story out with the original Pokemon that either they liked or, you know, just, like, you know, everything else. But the funny thing, though, is that the one thing that all of the fan games do have is that if they're up to current gen, they have all of the Pokemon. Like, Insurgents has up to, I think it's generation 7, I would say. It's either 6 or 7. Because I think it came out before 8. Like the last update came out before 8, so it definitely doesn't have 8 support, but still. What? I run into the chest. Thank you. But that's the thing, though, that, like, it really irritates me, though, is that, like, you have a lot of these people making their passion projects of just Pokemon in general, or just any kind of game, and then the company, like, just immediately just swats them down and says, yeah, but you're infringing on our brand, our IP. It's like, they're not doing anything. The thing that's always weird about this is that, like, I could see if that person was making money off of it, yes, attack their game kind of thing. Like, they don't own any of this stuff. Why are they earning money from it? It's the same thing that I feel like for Minecraft in general. So, if you were to go on Planet Minecraft right now, I don't know if this is against the EULA, by the way. I don't even know if it is. I feel like it should be, but if it isn't, hey, they found the middle ground to it then. Because I feel like it should be against the EULA. For some of the... What's in here? Some of the builds that you can find on Planet Minecraft, you actually have to pay for now. What the? Okay, well... Hey, buddy, you just eat up then. Oh, okay. This is pretty darn cool. You're level 50? Please tell me you have good stuff. You suck. Come on, Rayhound. We're out of here. This guy's useless. But anyway, yeah, like you now have to pay for some builds, though. Mind you, they are really good builds. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they're not, like, worth the $2 or whatever they're asking for, 50 cents or whatever. But I'm just saying, though, like, why? If a server cannot monetize itself, how come these people are allowed to monetize a world, a build? And I understand that, like, they're two separate things, right? But, like one's more of a creative thing, and the other one is not. But the difference is this, okay? For a server to be enabled for free access use kind of thing. So, like, for Cube, I won't charge anybody kind of thing, though. But if you want, like, more server spots, I'm gonna have to either start charging just to be able to get the new parts for Cube to be able to house more people on it. Because right now, it's being able to house, like, 5 people on it can house 5 people on the server perfectly fine. So, we have no worries about that, right? But, if we want to put, like, 10, 15, even 20 people on the server, I have to start trying to figure out, like, what kind of costs I need for it, too, right? Like, that's a whole different story, too, right? But, like, for these kinds of builds, though, like, I don't understand why they're allowed to get away with this perfectly fine, with no issues. But, and yet, Game Freak will go against somebody who makes a passion project. Sure, it uses your game's assets though, but they're not earning money out of it. They're not charging people money. They just made a game and did it. It's like saying that I made a Pikachu figurine because I wanted a Pikachu figurine and nobody had one on the market. Alright? So, and then Game Freak or Nintendo, whoever, finds out that I made this Pikachu figurine and starts asking for, like, or has a lawsuit against me. Because I made a Pikachu figurine. Because I used Pikachu's likeness to make the actual, like, you know, the figurine. It's like, of course.